everybody has got one of these. So we have instructions here to activity 1. Now each table has one of these with a number on it. We've got 55 here, 65 there, 75, 85 and 95. And we have 95, 55, 65, 75, 85 here. What I want you to do is to create a person, someone around that age of say 55, 65, whatever age you've been given, using the people that you know. So I want you to give them a name. Where do they live? Who do they live with? What kind of place do they live in? Do they have any pets? How many children, if they have children, are they? Are they living alone? What are their aspirations in life? What do they do in their typical week? Part of this exercise is working out that kind of, is there such a thing as a typical person of 65? Okay. Now, what will happen when you've done that is that I will take all of these sheets away. All of your work today will be written down, and I will be taking it away. It gets written up, and it will be sent back to council. Okay. So all ideas are good ideas today, and there's no right and wrong. Everyone's got the right to write something. You know how they usually, in these things, they go, and appoint a scribe. Well, you can all be your own scribe, okay?
And I mean, I work full-time and I still babysit as well.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So that's an issue.
That's right. My husband is a babysitter too, so because I'm working and he's retired. So what kind of name would she have? It's a split level. How many bedrooms?
2 to 3.
3, yeah. And how many grandchildren at 65 would she have?
How many kids did she have? How many kids did the kids have?
Yeah, that's right. Let me,
Buy this house, they decided they don't want a two-story house, just one.
Well, you don't want 2 stories with too many stairs.
Too many stairs.
Doing his own home renovation?
No, I wouldn't. Well, only minor.
He's directing traffic.
Yeah, okay. Okay, now, what part does Jill play in his life?
Jill was the primary carer for the children during their young age.
Do they both drive?
Yes.
How do they get about? But in terms of, well, if you say that's 10 years that she's been widowed, you can say how many bedrooms she's got, and you can, and so on. Singleton. Okay, so gets 2 hours domestic assistance a week, personal care 4 hours a week. Does his daughter do any personal care? Family visits on a Sunday. How does he get to the shops? So what we have is Dax, who is 95 and got 5 children, and we have Sarah, who's 55, and she's the one, they've given her early onset dementia, but she's managing it really well and still doing quite a lot. And then we have Marianne, who's 65, and she's working part-time in a shop and still doing things like as if she's 55. And we've got Jack, who's 75, who's married to Jill, very original, and semi-retired, working as a professional consultant, and travelling a bit. That one's got some money. And 85, we have Norma, who's starting to feel like she's becoming invisible, and she is a widow of 10 years. So as you can see, we have huge diversity. Now, you'll notice that you have some stars on your table. Should be enough for everybody. I'd like you to take 1 sheet of stars each and go around to each one of the people that you've now created. And when you see something that you think is very relevant or important or surprising even, put a star next to it. And the colours of the stars don't mean anything, okay? There's no special meaning to the colour.
I've only got 4 stars left. I know, I'm trying to look.
Oh yeah, I just said goodbye to one of those. Oh, Frank.
And well, like everybody else, so it's your time that you've got, you know. And her nephew, so.